Hello viewers, and welcome to a brand new episode of Trashtalk on Fabula Ultima, a series where I talk about the various classes you can mix together to create your desired heroic characters in your Fabula Ultima campaign. In today's episode, Ace of Cards. Ace of Cards, Deckmancer, Destiny Duelist, High Roller. What does half of these even mean? Are you a gambling addict? Do you chase the high of seeing if fate is on your side? Do you like shiny lights that lead you to doom like a moth to a fire? Then this is the class for you, because Ace of Cards can be absolutely stupid. You can find Ace of Cards as a bonus supplement on Need Game's main website. In terms of mechanic, Ace of Cards is unique in that it can involve literal cards, a 30 cards deck with 2 jokers that can emulate any number and suits, and 7 numbers for each suits. Each suit also correspond to a damage type, air, earth, fire, and ice. Just modify your poker, tarot, or Uno deck for it. From here, in conflict, you get to shuffle the deck for a hand of 5, resolve them as set for effect, and things are gonna get crazy. In a sense, Ace of Cards is how classes beyond the core book is gonna feel like, where the core rulebook classes are the fundamental of a character. Classes from beyond the core book further defines them in a specific way that's not just mixing things up. Anyway, let's actually talk about the Ace of Cards. The free benefit you can get from Ace of Cards is either +5 to health or MP. It's a little thing but it's nice. And moving on to the Ace of Cards skill, first there's double or nothing. Double or nothing. Before you perform an accuracy check, magic check, or a check to advance or turn back a clock, you may declare double or nothing. If you do and the check triggers a critical success, double the damage or clock progress. If not, critical failure, which is not good. In summary, if you get lucky, you get double lucky. If not, it just really depends on your dice set. Second, high or low. When you generate critical success or failure, you can draw 1 card from your deck, and discard whichever it replaces. This skill is somewhat useful in that it lets you switch your deck around without spending an action, but only for the occasion when you do get lucky with dice, and also you get a more consistent version later on, so its usefulness is a bit dubious. Third, magic cards. This is the skill that actually lets you use the card mechanic I mentioned above. During a conflict, with an action, you can spend up to 10 plus 15 worth of MP. If you do, resolve 1 card from your hand for 5 MP each. After resolving the effects of the set, if any, discard these cards and draw as many from the deck. This is the core skill of the Ace of Card. If you are not picking it, why did you pick this class then? This skill can be used in 2 ways, resolving a set for special effects, and they can be quite crazy, or just throw out cards you think that is useless right now, but that's not an efficient use of the skill at all because there's mulligan. At the end of your turn during a conflict, you may discard up to 5 cards from your hand. If you do, draw as many from your deck. Don't like your hand, just throw out the whole thing, but in general, you don't really need to max the skill out. Most of the time you probably have 2 or 3 useful cards in your hand, and that's out of a small 30 cards deck, but if you want to, the option is there. There is also one trick you can pull here. Simply memorize the entire deck so you can guesstimate what's left in your deck as you continue to discard your cards, or just disregard what I just said and play the game normally because putting this much effort into a card game and role-playing might be a bit much. And lastly, there's Trap Card. After an enemy you can see perform an action during conflict, you may declare one of your deck suits and pull the first card at the bottom of your deck to the discard pile. If it's Joker or you guess correctly, you can immediately perform the spell action for free that must have equal or lower than 20 MP cost. You still have to pay the MP. There's a theoretical 30% chance of you succeeding in activating the trap card should you choose to do this. I say theoretically, because it depends on what 5 cards you have put in your hand already as well as how many cards are left in your deck. Again, actually knowing what you have thrown out into the discard pile already can give you a good guess as to what is really in your deck left. The other thing is that there's 0 penalty to failing this course of action at all, so you can absolutely just keep yelling you have activated my trap card until your opponent actually do, and then you can gloat about it. After all, half of gambling is about luck, the other half is about abusing that dice until it gives you what you want. Now, let's talk about the real start of the show. As I mentioned before, with magic card skill, you can resolve set from your hand for special effect. Do note that you have to pull the exact amount and type. You can't pull out a matching set to trigger the effect and also discard some unwanted cards at the same time with magic card. If you want to do that, use mulligan. I also want to mention this is the part where you realize this bonus Fabula Ultima supplement is literally an April Fool joke because balance is definitely not in priority here. Anyway, starting from the bottom, if you get 2 cards of same value, you have a magic pair, which lets you perform a free attack with an equipped weapon, and not just that, the attack will also copy damage type from one of the suit you just used, so you can apply elemental advantage this way too. If you get 2 cards of same value twice, you get double trouble, you deal damage equal to 10 plus the highest value card to up to 2 enemies at once, with damage type matching the suit again. Now this is quite an upgrade, because not only can you get quite a high damage without rolling for it, you also just do damage to enemies without having to roll to hit them, they just immediately take damage, which is really good. And while this means you need 20 MP and 4 cards for this, damage effect set like Double Trouble can gain extra damage as you level up, something that magic classes need heroic skills for, so they can actually be more potent as the campaign goes on. Magic pair don't get this though, but considering you can get a pair of same value practically all the time, that's fair I guess. If you get 3 cards of same value, you get triple support, which lets you and every allies on scene regain an amount of HP and MP equal to the total value of the resolved cards times 3. Even if you got a triple pair of 2, that's still 18 HP and MP recovered, for every member of your squad. Needless to say, that's actually crazy powerful, even compared to most other effects. If you get 3 cards of same value and 2 cards of same value too, you get full status. Choose 2 status effects among here. If the highest card is even, you and every ally recover from them. If odd, every enemy suffer them. Painful, but really costly to do so. I would still suggest just saving the triple for triple support, because even getting that can be somewhat difficult already, let alone 5 bloody cards. If you get 4 cards of consecutive value, you get Blinding Flush, you deal damage equal to 15 plus total value of the cards to each enemies on scene, light if total is even, dark if odd. That can be a lot of damage to say the least, but it also requires 4 cards, so you're not gonna see it often. If you get 4 cards of consecutive value and of same suit, you get Magic Flush, deal 25 plus total value to each enemy on scene, damage type match the suit, just the same but more damage with different elemental type. If you get 4 cards of same value, none of which is a joker, you get Jackpot, you and every ally on scene recover 777 HP and MP, any PC who has surrendered but are still a part of the scene also regains consciousness. That's one way to heal almost everything, even fallen players, except status, but the chance of getting 4 cards of same value is gonna be a bit difficult to say the least, and frankly, do you need this much healing power often? In general, all these sets can generate wildly powerful effect, triple support especially, as long as you are lucky enough or willing to go through several rounds of discarding and drawing to get them. That said, with this kind of RNG system, designers tend to overcompensate a bit to make it worth it for the players to use, but let's just say it might be a tad overtuned this time, so keep that in mind if you want to use Ace of Cards. Once you have put in 10 points into Ace of Cards, you have now mastered it and can pick a heroic skill for it. The Ace of Cards have 4 specific heroic skills for it, all of which can thankfully be found in the same supplement too. First there's Black and White, which can also be unlocked by Darkblade, Entropist, and Spiritist but requires the magic card skill. When you resolve Double Trouble effect, you may have all its damage become light or dark. Also, as long as you got a joker in your discard pile, all damage you have dealt with Blinding Flush, Double Trouble, and Magic Flush ignores immunities and resistance. Is it good? Ignoring resistance and immunity is very good, yes. Is it a heroic skill? Good. It's up to you really. Second, Card Vanguard. We are really pulling every reference possible here. During conflict, if you have 2 or fewer Vanguard card, you can use an action to choose 1 card from your hand and place it face down as Vanguard card. Draw a card from your deck if you do. When you suffer damage, you may reveal one of the Vanguard cards and place it on top of your discard pile. If the card is a joker or the suit matches the damage type you suffered, the damage is nullified and you gain equal amount of MP instead. At the end of each conflict, shuffle the Vanguard cards back into your deck. Essentially, you can put out some cards to hopefully try to use them to defend against some attacks. If it's just something you can do for free or per round, I can see the benefit, but you are spending an action for maybe less than a quarter chance of nullifying a damage type once. It's not really good, to be honest. Third, Duel Master, which can also be unlocked by Fury, Rogue, Sharpshooter, and Weapon Master, but still requires magic card skill. When you resolve magic pair effect, if you attack with arcane or thrown weapons, you can deal extra damage equal to the common value of the cards and regain MP equal to twice the value too. This makes magic pair more potent and can also be used to recover MP, maybe enough to cover its own cost, and getting a pair of same value is easier than most other card set, so you can use them somewhat frequently too. But also, Triple support is just right there, and that will always be at the back of your mind. And finally, there's Forbidden Right, which can also be unlocked by Arcanist, but requires level 3 magic card skill. As long as you have a card in your discard pile, you have resistance that matches the damage type of the suit on top of the pile, and if it's a joker, you have resistance to 4. You also gain the following effect to your list of set. If you pull 4 cards of same value, none of which is a joker, plus a joker, you summon Exodia. There's a bunch of words here, but no, you just summon Exodia and your opponent just die, unless they are somehow immune to light or dark, then they might get lucky, unless you also have a joker in your discard pile. On one hand, in no circumstances will you ever be able to pull it off. On the other hand, if you do, you got one hell of a story to tell. So, there's that. And that's basically it on Ace of Cards, the class representative for all the gacha whale out there, playing horse game. Anyway, that's all for now, and I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe and click that notification bell button. If you want to see the videos early as well as further support my channel, you can join in my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.